Welcome to another exciting night of Cobra Racing Series here on Friday nights here. Tonight we got starting off, we're starting our Xfinity race. What we call it is the, hang on guys, I had it at one time. I know I got Clay here with me, but now I have forgotten. I just want to make sure I say the right
It
thing,
is the
guys.
it is
Here we
the
go,
Venom
Venom.
Racing 150. The Venom Racing presents the Arizona 150 because we're headed to Phoenix tonight.
Yeah, and there you have
Should
it.
be a good one.
There's my partner Clay. Bailed me out again. Just letting you guys know, feeling a little under the weather tonight, so I might not be talking too much. But Clay knows he's going to have most of the show. But yeah, look like we're having the Racing presented. Venom Racing presents the Arizona 150 at Phoenix, guys. It's just a little bit of a special night that we're going to do for our good buddy and racing brother Aquatati, as he lost his father earlier this week. And it's just our little way of reaching out. I know he said something about not doing nothing special, but we just wanted to have his back and show him that we appreciate him and that we thought about him in his time of need. So, but yeah, this whole night's going to be dedicated to Taddy and his father. And so hopefully you guys, anybody watching, we put on a good show for you here tonight.
Yeah, and so we're going to be doing that all throughout the night tonight for Taddy. And of course, you just heard what we're calling our Xfinity race for tonight. Later on, we're going to have the Taddy 250 at Phoenix Raceway. That'll be the Cup race later tonight. Taddy is going to race with us tonight, as he'll be leaving next week to attend to his dad's funeral and the services there. But he will be racing with us tonight, and actually it's his season debut tonight, and we'll see him later in the Cup Series. And then later, of course, we're going to run the Trucks for Taddy 50 at Iowa Raceway in the All-Out Truck Series.
Right, for sure. Sorry, Clay. I
So
was just
as of
making
right now,
sure.
they're
Yeah, we're good. I was just making sure I had my YouTube up. It notified me in Discord, so we're good to go.
yeah. And so taking a look here at the waiver wire this week, we had our first waiver wire of the season, so we have a couple of roster notes to make for the Xfinity Series, as well as for the Cup Series. And Brink and Sauce will take care of the Truck Series later on tonight. But in the Xfinity Series, we have Lost in the Sauce Motorsports staying with the same four guys. As well, staying with the same four guys as Rum Runners Racing. But the other three teams have some notable changes to announce. The first is a trade that happened earlier this week between Gorilla Autosport with Pete Cola and Taddy over at Venom Racing. They made a swap as Gorilla Autosports picks up GTR Jose Protege, who will now be driving the 54, while Mo Powa Cat will be now driving the 21. So there's a switch there in the Xfinity Series. A free agent addition for Venom Racing is Terrell DePhantom. He will be coming up from the Truck Series after a solid start there in the Truck Series. He was second in the Truck Series point standings. He'll be driving the number 4 in the Xfinity Series tonight for Venom Racing. And another addition to the Xfinity Series, and this move will be talked about a couple different times tonight here, Butters. But we now have, driving the 08, Masopes, who is coming down from the Cup Series, replacing Kleinboy, who now goes to the Truck Series. And replacing Masopes in the Cup Series is going to be Cyogenic. But Masopes will be driving the 08 tonight. There's the notable roster changes for Xfinity.
Yeah, there you have it. Like I said, it was interesting. Well, no, I should say interesting. Just a pretty good standard first week of waivers. But yeah, we had a couple moves. We had a trade. We actually had a free agent signing. So it was an active week, Clay. I mean, it wasn't no boring here. So captains are making moves.
Yes, they are.
So it just proves that these guys just want to. They're in it to win it. They're going to keep looking and trying to build their teams the best they can, make them as strong as they can. So these guys aren't just settling for whatever brings to the table. They're going to go out and get these drivers any way they can.
Yeah, and so I'm just putting both of our streams, because I'm also streaming over here on my Twitch as well, because we want to have a couple different places to broadcast in the event that something weird happens with one of our streams. So we're just trying to cover our bases here.
So yeah, it looks like we got a couple guys. Looks like we got Lasas let us know we're qualifying in the stream. Thanks, buddy. Waiting for you to tell us to join. And shout out to Denkate. What's up, buddy? See you checking us out again. Always happy to have you.
And he'll be racing later on in the Truck Series tonight, and he's had a pretty solid start to the year. Let me take a peek at where he's sitting at in the Truck Series points. He is currently lined up in 18th in the Truck Series points, which, considering how big our truck field is, we have at least 31 guys, and I think we added 2 or 3 new guys to the league this week. We're sitting at 34 or 35 truck guys, and he's sitting right there, pretty much dead middle in 18th.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's had a pretty strong couple weeks. I believe he picked up the pole at Daytona.
Yes, he
His
did.
first ever pole, and but he's had 2 good runs the last 2 weeks, Daytona and Auto Club. So I look forward to seeing him. I'm sure he's going to put on a show again tonight. So we'll just have to check it and wait and see what he's got for us. Did we get a chance to go through the points, or who's the points leader?
I will do that momentarily. I do want to go ahead and
Okay.
mention that. Just go ahead and get this out of the way for this broadcast right now. We will not be racing next week. Of course, next week is Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there. An early Thanksgiving, that is. But we will not be racing, as we are allowing our drivers to have Thanksgiving week and weekend with their families. So we will not be racing next Friday night.
Right. We just wanted to keep it. I mean, we know Thanksgiving's Thursday, but we could have maybe scheduled it. I know some leagues have ran, but we just figured let these guys have families the most important in life, and make sure these guys can spend all the time they can with them.
So jumping over here to the point standings in the Xfinity Series real quick, our series points leader is Hamilton, who is off the back of a second-place finish last week at Auto Club. He was runner-up to his teammate Private Patton. Hamilton racing in his home race tonight. I know he's fired up about that. He is also my pick to win tonight. So Hamilton, our points leader. With the win last week, Private Patton finds himself second in the points. A solid start to the year for WRX Mike. He sits there third in points. Marini, after a tough Auto Club race, falls from the points lead all the way down to fourth. A great run so far this year for the 8 of Bad Guy. He has 2 top 5s in the Xfinity Series. He's the only driver in the series to finish in the top 5 in both races. We might be able to join real quick. No, not yet.
Okay.
No, not yet.
Sorry.
Let me get back to these points real quick.
Yep.
Braves currently sits in that 6th spot. He's had a really decent year to this point. Same for Mills. We haven't really talked about Mills a lot. Jose Protege has been super solid, but he hasn't gotten the finishes to show for it. We'll talk about Don't Want None a little bit. He has 2 6th-place finishes so far this year. He's 9th in points, and then Mo Pawanuka also had a rough Auto Club race, but he finished on the podium at Daytona, so he'll be looking for a big rebound. Those are our 10 playoff guys, Butters.
Yeah, I know. Pretty strong group of guys there in the top 10. And just going back to what you mentioned, Jose Protege. I believe that's who I'm going with for the W tonight, Clay. That's my guy.
You're going with Jose?
I'm taking my choice is Jose for this Xfinity race. Yes, sir.
I think the big thing that we're going to see with this, and I believe we can now join. We are good to join in here. But one of the things I'm going to be curious to see tonight, Butters, especially in stage, qualify second. Hamilton goes third. Fourth goes to Nuka, and fifth is Jose Protege. The thing I'm looking forward to tonight is particularly the second stage, because that's where the saving metric is going to come into play. We're going to be using that word all night, Butters. We're going to be talking about saving in both this race and the Cup race.
Yeah, and I know it's not a big fan of some guys. Some guys it don't bother, but some guys it bothers quite a bit. So I know we've seen some discussion this week on it, and just overall felt that we're just going to keep things the way we've been doing, and guys know what tracks you need to save on, and that's just part of the game. I mean, we can't control totally all that. So
now here we go down into turn number 1. It's the 7 of Private Patton there with the lead. Already looking for second, though, is the 1 of Hamilton, but a good run from Masopes, and that 08 on the high side has him moving forward past Hamilton, as Hamilton falls back to battling his teammate there of Nuka. See the 8 of Bad Guy get a little bit up and out of the groove there, and we're going to see all these drivers take that long dog leg down the front straightaway there. Look at Masopes, though. He's going to challenge the 7 of Patton here for the race lead.
Yeah, right off the bat, he's putting some pressure on that 7 car. And we'll see how it all, like I said, Soaps is making his debut down here in the Xfinity. He's been in the Cup last 2 weeks, but he has been, not saying he's been moved down, he has been moved down to Xfinity to make room for Sayo. So, and I think he was pretty cool with that. I think he was I think he actually talked to Chewy about actually dropping down actually. So it worked all out for Black Bear.
And so I've got one hot seat to note here for tonight. The 20, typically Marini, is piloted by Travesty's son, getting the call up from Underdog Motorsports for the hot seat in the number 20 tonight. This is Travis's first hot seat of the year. As you know, he's making his return to Cobra this year. Haven't really talked about him much. He's having a pretty decent year in the Truck Series. He's in the top 10 in points, and he's on a pretty solid Underdog team, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, I got you. I see where you're coming from there, Clay. But yeah, all shit aside, though, bullshit is you have a solid, you got a really good truck team. So underneath you, affiliate there with gas. So it's good to have other drivers come up, be able to fill a spot, feeling comfortable bringing them up, and giving these guys opportunities.
But Patton, back up here at the front, he's been able to drive away a little bit from this 08 of Masopes. And Hamilton has gotten back around Nuka for that for that third spot. But the field kind of starting to spread out a little bit here now. We do have a nice little battle here for this fifth spot on the track. You got the 54 of Jose Protege making his debut with gas tonight, so a couple new gas drivers, and we got a caution on the racetrack maybe? No. Something weird was just going on my screen. But he's back here battling with the 98 of GTR Jacob, and Jacob's a guy I didn't mention in the points. He's 11th right now in the points. He's right there on the outside looking in. He's not quite had the start of the year that he's wanted, but he's doing pretty decent. And you see him there getting passed by the 4 of Terrell DePhantom, a new add to the Xfinity series. Taddy picking him up out of trucks. He comes from the same camp as WRX Mike and Elite Precision. Those three guys are all really good buddies. Solid start for Terrell already, qualifying up inside that top 10 there, Butters.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, being able to go straight from the trucks, running up in the Xfinity, getting kicked up, and then you're qualified in the top 10. That's a good job there by that number 4.
I don't believe that they should have to save here tonight, or at least in this first stage they shouldn't. You want to mention the 18 of Robbie Racing. He is back after missing Michigan last week. I filled in for that number 18 last week, but he's sitting here fighting for a spot in the back half of the top 10. As a matter of fact, I think he is sitting right there in position number 10. kind of just scrolling through the field a little bit here, but I'll get back up to the leaders right now.
Quick question for you, Clay. Please explain to me, this is a name I haven't seen before. Cerelius Dead?
Okay, so here's the story behind that. That is actually Chase Beatty. He's racing on his nephew's account.
I got you. Okay. I'm like, I seen that zero car, and I'm like, that's usually Chase's car. So that's all kind of.
That is Chase. He's just racing on his nephew's account.
I got you. Well, gosh darn her, Chase.
But he's having a decent run so far.
Right.
The first couple weeks of the season weren't too kind to that number 0 Chevy for Venom Racing, but he's running inside the top 10 as it stands right now. I see a couple of folks in the comments. I got Marini saying wishes he could be here. He will be racing in the Cup Series later tonight, though, but couldn't make the Xfinity Series race. And Denke saying he will be streaming the truck race later, so that'll be fun for the truck guys that are broadcasting. I see a 3-wide battle. I do. Braves, Terrell, and the 21 of Mo Palacat making his debut this year. Side by side there for what looks to be positions 7, 8, and 9. Big time battle there.
Yeah, I believe we're coming to 10 to go. I believe when Jose crosses the line here, it's going to say 10. 9.
9 to go here in stage number 1 then.
There's a little bit
But
of
it's still Private
names.
Patton showing the point here.
A couple of notable names here running towards the back. Riding around with that WRX Mike and Mills. I don't know if they just had bad qualifying runs or if something happened, but I was just, as I'm paging through here, Clay, I was just noticing a couple guys that are towards the back of the field here running.
Yeah, we've got the field, pretty spread out here.
Right.
Got some battling in the back half of the top 10 a little bit, but the top 5 and then the back 5 are basically just spread out from everyone else.
Right.
It's that midfield battle that we're going to be paying attention to tonight, I think. I'm kind of just paging all over the place right now.
Yep, same here.
Nice to have the 07 of Chewy back this week. He was not racing with us last week at Auto Club, but he is back tonight, and he's having a pretty solid run here. Yeah, the battling continues, though, here in the back half of the top 10. I'm looking at a battle between the 21 and the 4 still. The 10 of Braves and the 8 of Bad Guy are also sitting back here. It's a pretty good battle here so far.
Yeah, I got the camera on Chase here as he's battling with Braves there, so yeah. Take a couple laps with these two guys for a minute.
Well, I am going to jump back here with the leader, and I'm going to go on board with that 7 of Private Patton and kind of show you this line here around Phoenix. You see, he's going to run the middle groove. Now, guys like to run different grooves here in turns 1 and 2. Some like to wrap the bottom. Some can run that top lane. It's rare, but some can do it. And some like that middle line, and that's what he did. You see him hugging the wall down the back straightaway, dipping the left side tires under the yellow line, and then jumping back up as he heads for the line. But you're going to see him take this dog leg right here, taking the faster line around the racetrack, but he's seeming to like that middle groove. You can see it's a little bit darker there, the racetrack is, on that middle groove. And so Patton's kind of making that work right now, and he's keeping a really solid gap here. Let's see. Yeah. Actually, the 08 of Masopes is starting to run him down just a little bit compared to what they were just a few laps ago. But you can see Patton making the racetrack work to his driving style there, Butters.
Yeah, he's definitely got it figured out. He's really making the track work for him. So we'll see if these guys can make some adjustments. stage end, and of course, obviously, Pat's going to do the same thing. But see if these guys can make anything for him here by racing.
Yeah, this is a fantastic run here for the Litzum cars here in Stage 1. You got 3 of the 4 Litzum drivers there for Sauce sitting in the top 5, with the others in the top 5 being Masopes. And then I believe it's the 98 of GTR Jacob, who is in need of a run like this there for Black. It's actually a Litzum Black Bear top 5, as it turns out. So, good start for those guys. Getting ready to have a battle fire up here in the back part of this stage here for position number 3, maybe. No, that was it right there. I thought we were about to get a battle between Hamilton and Nuka, but that's the end of stage number 1, and it's going to go the way of Private Patton. Masopes is going to run second, and then we're going to have Hamilton in third, 4th goes to Nuka, 5th goes to GTR Jacob, and I apologize, I don't have the remainder of the top 10. I believe Jose Protege in 6th. I don't have 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. I apologize.
7th was Terrell, 8th was Mo Power Cat, 9th was Derek Cope, and running out top 10 was Bad Guy.
And there's Sauce. Hey, buddy.
Sauce, you got a copy.
Yes, I do, Butters.
We're going to rack them up and stack them up again here for the start of Stage 2 as Patton takes the green flag. Gonna cut the dog leg here as they make their way down into turn number 1. And Sauce, do you now have a copy with us?
Yes, I do.
Welcome in, sir. Your drivers are looking pretty solid here to start out.
Hey, man, they're all looking good out there. Some good racing going on. Just wanted to join you guys in the booth for a little bit here for Stage 2. Good action tonight.
Oh, we got some stacking up going on in the back. I saw the 4 of Terrell get into the outside wall, and he's going to lose a ton of positions there after a really good stage number 1 for him. Not quite sure what happened. Not sure if someone might have helped him out there or what. But he's kind of fallen back towards the back half of the field here. So I'm going to let you, Sauce, kind of talk about what this stage is going to be like, because this is the stage where we expect to see a good chunk of saving when it comes to tires. So kind of walk us through how that's going to work.
Well, if you give me 1 second, Clay, I'll let you know if there's going to be any tire saving in this stage. I don't think there's only 19 laps this stage. They went, 22 the first stage. There's no tire saving in this stage. Some thought there was going to be some tire saving. Maybe that's for the cup race later tonight, but I don't expect to see it here in Xfinity stage 1 or 2.
What about stage 3? You think we might see some saving there?
I think stage 3 probably got to split the stage, and you should be fine. I think stage 3 is 50 something, low 50, in the low 50s for the laps. So probably just have to split that one and keep it going. Some might try the undercut, overcut, but I don't foresee any too much saving going on tonight. Not Xfinity, at least.
There you have it. So we're not expecting any saving in this race, despite at the top of the broadcast us feeling like we might see a little bit tonight. Any predictions on who you think?
Might see a lap or two, maybe. But that's a big maybe.
And I want to ask, who do you think is going to win this race? Is Patton still your favorite?
I see 3 Litzum cars in the front. 5 right there?
Yeah, and we got a battle ongoing for second now.
We got the 54 Jose Protege. He's really good here. Don't count him out
Butter's
for sure.
pick for tonight.
And he's won in Canadian. He's won here. He's actually season 1. He won this race. So in these cars for Cobra.
I've got my camera on the guy that I have picked to win, and it happens to be one of your drivers, your hometown driver of Hamilton. This is his home race. and I know he's excited about it. I picked him to win tonight because I think he can get it done. He doesn't quite appear to have the adjustments on the car yet that Masopes or Patton have, but looks like he's still well within contention here.
He's up there in the top 5. I mean, it's a shorter stage. Stage 3 is gonna really see. Oh, they're almost 3 wide going into the turn there.
They were 3 wide going into the turn there, and Nuka's going to be the one that turns out to be the guy that's left out of the equation there, and jumping up into the 3rd spot, but not without a fight, is that 54 of Jose Protege, but he's got Hamilton on his outside.
Yeah, and Hamilton, it's his home track. He really wants to do well here and get a win, so expect to see him in the top 5 the whole race. So those two up front, Patton and Masopes, really putting on a show up front there. They're really pulling away here, even early. So we'll see how these cars get. It's a shorter run this stage, so I don't expect to see much difference, maybe. But
boys, I got to step away for a minute. I'll be back as soon as I can.
yes, sir, Butters.
Looks like we're going to have a battle start to heat up here for 4th as Nuka's trying to make a run back here on Jose. As Jose dives it off into 3 and 4 there, he's going to drift up the racetrack. Nuka taking that lower line through the corners, but he's not going to quite make it work. But
yeah, you can really see who has the short run cars.
Yeah, but as you can see here, and what I'm already starting to notice a little bit, is Patton is not pulling away like he was in stage number 1. And neither is Masopes, really. These guys are kind of keeping the pack right there behind him.
Yeah, you gotta think that some of these guys probably made the car a little bit free on this stage, so maybe a lot of short run guys up there in the front, so definitely could be the cause of that, but adjustments everybody's making them kind of even it out there.
Watching a battle that might be brewing here for position number 5. Got the 21 of Mo Powa Cat right there on the back bumper of the 9 of Nuka. Cat, a guy who just recently got traded over to Venom Racing from Gas, making his first start of the year, already up to position number 6 despite a qualifying effort that was less than impressive.
Yeah, you got GTR Jacob right behind him, trying to get a good run out of Phoenix. He's pretty decent here, so I expect to see him going up. Looks like the 9 car maybe a little bit too free, maybe ran his stuff a little bit too much too early on. He's dropped a couple spots here, but we'll see how it turns out in the end. That 21 really pressing hard.
Yeah, here's the notable thing about this 98 of GTR Jacob, and we talked about it a little bit at the top of the broadcast. He's 11th in points, so he's the first driver out of the playoffs right now. He needs a run like this.
Oh, the 9 into
gets
the wall
hard.
Big loose. I don't know if he got tight there all of a sudden or what, but yeah, definitely hard into the wall.
But it's this 98 who finds himself in the 6th spot right now, who really needs a good points night here, Sauce.
Yeah, I mean, it's still early on. It's the 3rd race of the season, but I was having a conversation earlier with another captain, and you just kind of feel like you just got to get as many points as you can here early on in the season while you can. But I mean, you could definitely, get hot at the end of the season, but while they're here early, that 1's really pressing hard on the 08 there, Masopes. 54's there as well. He's gonna make it 3 wide, I think. Not quite. 1 washes
Masopes
up
is
on
still
the
there
08.
on the outside, though. Oh, he cut it close with that wall there, and they're going to invite this 21 into the battle.
Oh, it is
a little bit of contact
up
with the 21 and the 08. It is all to do here for position number 2 on the racetrack, but it looks like it's Hamilton that's going to come away with it for the time being, and he might just leave these other 3 here to battle it out for the 3rd spot. I did want to jump back here and ask you about this real quick, Sauce, while you're here. There's been a lot of talk about, your drivers, Patton and Hamilton. Patton, of course, getting the win last week. Hamilton getting, gaining control of the points lead. And Nuka, finishing on the podium at Daytona.
As well.
That's what I was going to say. Bad Guy is
They're
the
all
only
consistent.
driver in the series with 2 top 5s this year.
How
Top
about
5s
that?
at both Daytona and Auto Club. And he's sitting right here with Braves and Nuka here in the back half of the top 10. How about Bad Guy?
Looks like Bad Guy is doing very well. I mean, I picked him. I knew he was going to be heavy race, and I knew he was going to perform. So I'm not surprised by it. But I was going to say that my soaps may have been lagging a little bit there.
I didn't have my camera on him, so I can't say whether or not. Got some tough racing going on in the back half of the pack.
I think that's the stage.
That might have been the stage right there.
Sorry about that, guys. And you're watching the Cobra E-Racing Xfinity Series. Broadcaster Clay, GTR along with the Sauce, GTR Butters. We're here at Phoenix. Private Patent,
We're
sweeping
getting
the
ready to
stages.
start stage number 3, yeah.
And we're
Your
looking
driver,
at
Private
about 54 laps, maybe, for this stage. And you get about 35 to a tank, so, or a little bit, actually you get more to a tank. You get just a little bit more.
I think it's like 38 or 39 in it.
I don't foresee any, saving going on.
See JCR Clash in there in the chat saying, let's go 51, and I'm not quite sure what that means because we don't have a 51 in the field tonight, so you'll have to explain that one to me, Clashin', but good to see you there in the chat.
There we go, green flag. Oh, they are fanning out back there.
Down, but look at this one. Look at the run the one has on that outside lane.
The 54 made it 3 wide on GTR Jacob. They're 3 wide in the back. It's going to be a long stage. Don't burn the rubber off yet. Oh, the 98 washes up. The 1 washes up. Here comes the 1 making a pass on the 7.
Here comes that 1 of Hamilton. He's looking for the race lead on his teammate. Last week, it was the 7 going to victory lane. This week, can the 1 return the favor? And can they go back? Can they go 1-2 for the second week in a row? They're looking awfully strong right now, early in stage number 3.
Yes, sir. Hamilton may be saving his best stuff for stage 3. But we might see him in the cup race later on tonight. So
I do have to tell on Hamilton a little bit. Earlier in the Discord, he was talking about how he's found every way possible to lose
there's
his
a big
home
wreck
race
in the
here in
back.
Phoenix. Big wreck
Car
in the
spinning.
back.
1, 2, 3, 4 cars in the back. Serial's dead. Who else? The 20 car, it looks like. It's Travesty. Yep. Serial's dead and Travesty get loose off of turn 2. Alright, so there's our caution right there.
I do believe the 6 car was involved in that too.
Yep.
Of,
The 6 of Mills was also involved.
Someone we haven't talked much about tonight. 403 Mills. I'm surprised, quite honestly. Butters, Clay was saying that Jose Protege is your pick tonight, yeah?
Yeah, that's who I decided to go with when we were talking in a pre-race show, yeah.
Ooh, some strategy here as we have a new race leader. The 4 of Terrell the Phantom
That's not gonna work
is
out.
going to go to the race lead. And as well, we've got the 16 of Monster Racing as well as the 11 of Brinkerhoff up here in the front part of the pack here. We'll see how the leaders...
Here comes Hamilton on the outside. He's going to get a huge run. These tires are going to make all the difference. It's not even going to be close.
But who's going to catch the bat into the stick?
Here comes Patton underneath Monster. Yeah, these older tires,
Look at the run by the 98 there. The 98 shoved it almost 4 wide there off of 3 and 4. That almost did not work.
Hamilton's going to clear the 4. He's going to get some fresh air. Look at 08 drives it into the deep. They're trying to get around the 4 car. Here comes Patton down low. He's going to drive it in there on the 4 if we're going to maintain his ground. Oh wow, they are tight back there in the back.
You kind of see this type of thing when you get
Oh,
two or
six
three.
into the wall in the back.
I saw that. You kind of see this when you have two or three drivers that elect to stay out. You typically see two of those three kind of fall off the pack and get out of the way, and then one ends up sticking out up here in the top
Just a
group,
little bit,
and that
yep.
is the 4 of Terrell right now. But he does have that 16 of Monster inside of him. These two have kind of stuck around a little bit, and Brinkerhoff has kind of fallen to the back half of the top 10 at this point, but even then, he's still in the top 10 right now.
Yeah, and you gotta kind of. I mean, that's a bold decision at Phoenix. Either way, if you're not taking 4, if you're taking 2, you're still gonna be. It's still gonna be at a lesser advantage, and it just. You gotta hope you get a caution or something happens after that. So you see these guys on fresh tires, they're gone. It wasn't
It's a
even
battle
close.
for the race lead, though. The Litson teammates taking it side by side here into 1 and 2. Got the 7 of Patton on the bottom, the 1 of Hamilton riding that middle lane, and they're also 2 wide right there behind them. The 54 drives it in on the 08 a little bit there. They make a slight contact there off of 3 and 4, but they're still side by side there, Sauce.
Listen, this is a spectacle right now. And these guys are going at it, these 4 up here. This is your top 4 of the race for the most part. And if you're the 54 and 08, you want to keep these guys within reach, but you don't want to necessarily use up all your stuff chasing after them.
Man, the 1 got super tight there in 3 and 4. Patton goes all the way to the bottom of the racetrack and clears that 1, and now the 1 is under fire from the 54.
Okay, look out for that 54. Here he comes right now.
We've been talking about this 54. Jose Protege has looked fantastic in the stages so far in the Xfinity series this year, but unfortunately for him,
won't make
contact there. But the 54, while having good stages, has not had the finishes in the Xfinity series this year. This would be his first top 5 and first top 10 of the season should he get this done here tonight. But he's looking for more than just that as he's trying to chase down these leaders here.
And they're in the back right here, 4 wide, 3 wide. A lot of room for. Oh wow! So Mo Power Cat, the 21, he's got a gaggle of cars. The 4 car steady moving back. The 8 car makes contact with the 07. They are. Oh, the 07 drives it in on the 4 real deep. So Terrell going backwards here after taking that gamble on tires. He's way back. He's past 15th place.
Yeah, it's all to do back here in the back of the pack. Trying to see what all's going on back here.
Looks like Cat got around that gaggle.
And now it's Patton driving away from the 1 and the 54 a little bit here.
Comes that 08 of Masopes. He's going to have a say in this before it's over. Shout out to Masopes. He got Litson their first ever win. Oh, there's the 54.
Ooh, yeah, the 54 moves the 1 up the racetrack a little bit. Yeah, now here comes the 08 working on this 1.
We saw
the 08 kind of pushes the 54.
The 16 into the wall.
They're battling hard.
I think that's the 16.
Yes, it is. It's the 16 of Monster, and he's now battling for 5th with the 9 of Nuka. As the 08 goes up the racetrack, that's going to allow the 1 to drive on through and past the 08.
Yeah, they are racing hard back there. It's just allowing that 7 just to get away more. They're burning their tires back there, racing each other. Not sure what happened with the 1. Maybe he's got some... Him and the 54 had some contact and maybe a little bit of post-contact fun after that as well. So they're racing hard back there.
That 1 car was looking fantastic on that middle groove at the start of this stage, but as time is going on, he is struggling. He looks incredibly tight on the long run here.
Coming to 34 to go, guys.
What do you think, Butters? What you seeing out there? Will they have something for the 7 car tonight? Or we see a late caution maybe?
Well, it's very possible the late caution might come out, but like you mentioned a little bit ago, these guys racing so hard here, second through fifth, I believe they're pretty much burning their stuff up. So, like I said, it allows the 7 to drive away, and they don't get that yellow. I don't think anybody's going to have anything for Patton here tonight.
I think those some of those cars really held up. The 54 and 08, they couldn't get around them fast enough. So those things happen.
Kind of combing through the field here a little bit, trying to see what everyone's up to. It's not been the night that the 19 of Don't Want None's been looking for. He has 2 6th-place finishes to start the year. Saw us finishing 6th at Daytona and 6th at Auto Club, but he has pretty much stayed outside the top 10 and in some cases outside the top 15 tonight. Been a tough night for that number 19 Toyota.
Yeah, and he actually won the pole for Daytona and Auto Club to start the year. So, different tracks. We had Daytona, Auto Club, 2 draft heavy. Obviously, Daytona draft, Auto Club a draft heavy track. So, a lot of opportunities for guys to get shuffled and things of that nature. So this is a real test on who we're going to see up front this year. I feel like they got a line of cars back there. Oh my gosh!
Yes, we've got a pack of about 6 or 7 cars back here. The 54 is kind of fallen back here to the 1 again. The 1's kind of starting to figure it out. He's going to drive around the outside of the 54 right here.
You got to think that the 54 used up his tires early on in the stage right there because he was really driving it hard.
Yeah, I've been
he's
watching
battling hard with this one.
He's losing about a tenth to the leader about every lap and a half, 2 laps. So yeah, he is losing ground to the 7.
Yeah, here's the issue with these guys back here. They continue to battle here. Look at Hamilton. He's going to make it 3 wide.
Oh, there's 3 wide off the turn. Look at this spectacle.
Holy moly, they're door banging a little bit there.
Oh, the one's going to hit the wall. Did he hit the wall there?
Oh, man, I think he might have gotten the inside wall a little bit there.
Oh, wow.
But there was a lot of contact. It looked a lot to me like hard racing.
Yeah, they're really going after it back there. I mean, sometimes you get on the brakes too hard and hit the wall.
Racing.
Oh, yeah. There they go. Oh, the 9 into the 9's wrecking. Big wreck.
Yeah, big wreck.
Just the 9.
In the middle.
Oh, and they're just going to plow into him. Oh, my God.
We got a bunch of cars around. That'll be a caution.
Look at this. Cars flipping everywhere.
There's your
yellow. That was a caution.
That all started with the 9 of Nuka getting incredibly omega loose there.
I think that
started at the exit of turn 2.
That started a few laps ago with that gaggle of cars. It just got too jumbled up for everyone back there, and it didn't work out for everyone. Obviously, that is tough to see.
Kind of catching up on a little bit of the comments here. I see Cowballs McTitty in the race here tonight saying RRR, get this dub. Thanks for tuning in there, pal. Yep, Rum Runners Racing.
Hey, shout out to everyone in the chat watching the Cobra Racing Xfinity Series. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, share. We are 12 subscriptions away from 100, so hit that subscribe button.
We got some more strategy to be played here as Masopes is going to have the lead here on this restart. How many laps to go?
This will be the first time he's had the lead today. What can he do in clean air?
24 to go, Clay.
Oh, wow. Oh, he's going to wash up. 7's going to cross him over. 7's going to make that pass. He's going to clear him. Yes, he does. Here comes the 21 of Mo Power Cat.
Some more strategy being had here by the 10 of Braves. Monster pulling a little bit more strategy as well. The Rum Runners guys throwing caution to the wind here.
Oh, there's 3 wide back there. The 6, the 22, and the 0. Yep. 3 wide into the turn. 4 wide. 19 in there as well. Oh, they are They are arguing over positions back here. The 20, the 9, the 0, the 19. Oh, they are not having it.
And meanwhile,
still
back up
arguing.
here at the front, it's the 7 of Patton continuing to drive away through the field.
They are 4
away
wide.
from the field here.
Oh my gosh, Chewy's in there. 4 wide in the back here. Wow. Oh, the 07's walling. Into the wall,
he's
the
going to
6, the
drive
20.
just straight into the 20, who puts the 6 in the wall. A lot of aggressive moves being made back here in the back part
They're
of the
3
pack.
wide. Hamilton, the 54, and the 10.
Oh,
all
we're wrecking
three
again.
wide.
The 8 and the 0 were wrecking big back here.
Oh, wow. Big wreck.
Big lag spike.
Bad guy. They look this straight. Oh, wow. 8's getting put into
There's
the
some
wall.
lag for sure. There is
Okay.
definitely some lag going on back here. I'm not sure if it's either the 20 or the 8. I believe it's going to end up being the 8. Perhaps.
Oh, wow. You see them racing
With a
per
little bit of
second
lag.
up here? Oh, my gosh. 21 of Cat clears them. Got my soaps.
It is still all to
Jose
do. The
Protege.
battling is.
Oh,
Oh man, the
16
16 moves that
drives it in
54
there.
up the track.
54.
Goodness
dude.
gracious,
Oh, wow,
look at the one of
16.
Hamilton.
Oh, they're 4
What a
wide.
spectacle.
Look at Cope. 54
Look
backs
at the
out.
runs being had here.
Oh, the 16 and the
54 sends the
54
16
going at
back.
it. Here comes Cope
This
down
is
low.
not going to go well.
The 1 and 54 makes contact. Here comes Terrell on the bottom. Terrell's going to drive it in there. Oh, and the 10 washes
The 1
up.
driving the 4 up the
Here
racetrack.
comes the 1. Oh, wow, they're 5 wide.
Monster going to dive in all the way almost down to the wall there. They are not caring at all.
Here comes GTR Jacob on the high line. He's going to get a good run off. He's been back there. He wants to get up there.
Oh, we got the 22 in the wall.
Someone hit the wall there. I saw it, smacked it. Butters, are you seeing
22
this right
got
now?
the wall there. Is it?
Well,
Wow, this racing is unbelievable.
I'm following you guys. I'm riding with Jose right now, but yeah, I've been watching that
This is
whole
wild.
thing unfold.
Meanwhile,
But
Patton's
Patton
running
continues
away.
driving away.
Him, Cat, the soaps. It's still, I think they figured out the argument they had in the back here. Second group.
Oh no, they are not. They are still waiting to wad it up back here. They're about to go 3 wide here, and a couple of the gas guys about to make it 3 wide. Goodness,
They are short tracking tonight here at Phoenix.
it's just short track racing.
Those in between tracks, you know, it's technical, short, but it's a mile, so it's hard to pass as well.
This
so.
is worth noting, and I don't know if y'all are noticing this, but I'm just now starting to notice it. You might want to put your cameras on the 21 of Mo Powercat. Now, he's not gaining a lot, but he is gaining on Patton. Will he have the time to get there? He is looking quick, though, as he continues to make up more ground here, guys.
We're looking at 14 to go. There's a caution. No, I'm sorry.
No yellow.
I can't imagine how it's going to be for Cup later tonight.
But I'm telling y'all, I think this 21 is catching this 7 ever so slightly. That lap might have been a little bit quicker from the 7, but the 21 looking really solid here as he's driving away from the 08 here just a little bit. I am all about this 21 right now.
Low Power Cat, he was a Final Four, Championship 4 last season. It's probably, a speeding road penalty away from possibly getting the win. So, Rookie of the Year in that division.
Yeah, he ended up finishing 3rd in the
Got, what, 5
Championship 4
wins?
there. Yeah, him and Sludge battled it out all year there, and we'll see Sludge a little bit later tonight in the Cup Series. But yeah, it was him and Sludge battling basically throughout the whole year, but Sludge had the pit road speeding penalty at Vegas. I think Cat might have had a speeding penalty as well, and it ended up the championship ended up going to Monster, with Mr. Williams finishing as the runner-up there. But
11 to
great
go.
season, and he is tracking this 7. He is continuing to gain on him.
I'm not sure. Will we see a pit stop? So no pit stops anymore, right? It could be saving.
I don't know if they're saving or not, though, because he's still kind of pulling away from the 08 just a little bit. I mean, the gains, understand, the gains are not big for this 21, but he is gaining. I mean, I'm sitting here riding this classic view for the 21, and he's picking up time on the 7. He's particularly picking up time in 3 and 4. Patton is a little tight on that exit of turn 4. Meanwhile, Cad's able to hold that bottom just a little bit longer than the 7. But where Patton is so good is running that middle line in 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is driving exactly how Patton wants it to drive. You're going to see it right here. You're going to see him drift up the racetrack there. And ever so slightly, Cat is able to keep it on the bottom, and he's working 3 and 4 just a little bit better than Patton. I'm not sure it's going to be enough time, and it's going to take a big mistake from that 7 as the 21 continues closing in here, guys. What do you have your eyes on right now, Sauce?
I'm actually trying to looking through some streams, trying to get. I'm pretty sure there's no saving involved right now. I just wanted to make sure of that.
Yeah, the 21 is certainly not saving as he continues to try and track the 7 down, as we should be getting inside 10 to go here rather quickly here, right?
We're gonna be maybe 6 at the line right here.
6 to go at the line right here. Can this 21 track this 7 down? He has been catching him.
Yep, I am correct. So it will be 5 to go when they come to the line here.
You're watching the Cobra E Racing Xfinity Series here with myself, broadcaster Clay, and my broadcasting partners. This is GTRL the Sauce and GTR Butters in here with me. And look here, this 21 continues to run this 7 down. 5 to go here from Phoenix. When they cross the line, it's going to be 4 laps to go.
As they're about to have a good battle here. If Cat can get up there.
4 to go from Phoenix. As it's Masopes posted up there in that 3rd spot. Yes, he is. Here he comes. When they cross the line, it'll be 3 laps to go.
Mo Power Cat traded this week. He is trying to prove some people wrong tonight, I feel like.
This is his season debut as well. As 3 to go here, can the 7 hold off this 21? It is a Litsum versus Venom battle here for the race win as Cat continues to hook that bottom lane. This is going to be a spectacle to see right here. Patton trying to hold it to the bottom, but he's just too tight in 3 and 4. Here comes that 21. He's going to have a run down the front stretch. 2 to go. They're going to work their way back to turns 1 and 2, the end of the racetrack that the 7 has been so good all night at. He's going to continue to run that middle line. The 21 driving the wheels off of it, trying to get there. We're going to have a lap car to contend with, maybe. Was that the race?
I think that's a caution.
Is that a caution?
Yellow has come out. Yep.
Oh, wow. That is...
We're going to get a green-white checkered. Oh, my goodness.
Yep. It's going to be... anybody's race now, boys.
We were a straightaway away.
Expect to see that 54 up there with that shifter.
We were a straightaway away from taking that white flag. But
and
we're
that
going
was
to
the
have
11 of Brinkerhoff, who is Wrecked right in front of the leaders you see there.
Will there be strategy? Because you're going to have to think that people are going to pit. Yes, we do. The 98 of GTR Jacob comes away with the lead. And the one of Hamilton is sitting there on that top lane. It's going to be a green-white checkered. And here we go. The green flag is right back out.
There they are. They're going to fan out.
Here comes the 22 giving a push to the 98, his teammate, GTR Jacob. They're going to drive it off down into 1 and 2. It's Jacob with the lead. They're getting ready to pile up back there in the back.
Car. You just got to get it to the line.
Oh, they're wrecking. We're going to get a caution.
Not yet.
No
Here comes
caution
the one
yet.
to the line. That is a caution.
No, caution.
Wow. We're going to have another one.
Another one to be had.
Yep.
We were a straightaway away from...
Again a straightaway away.
100 feet, maybe.
Oh, my goodness. It is all kicking off in the Xfinity Series here tonight. What a race we've had so far.
What a spectacle.
You have to think everyone stays on the racetrack now.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. There's no reason to pit here.
I mean, if you're a little bit further back in the pack, you might think about taking 4 tires here.
Listen, if
you're way in the back, but it's
everyone's
just
aggressive on that restart too, so I don't expect it to be any less. There it is.
Here is the one of Hamilton. He's going to have the 22 of WRX Mike there on the outside lane. Both of them rookies in the Cobra E-Racing Series here. And here we go. Green flag is back out.
Oh, the 22's lagging, it looks like.
A little bit of door banging a little bit there. They're going to drive it off into 1 and 2.
He's got to throw it in there.
Here they go down into 1 and 2.
They're beating.
They're already beating and banging.
They're 3 wide coming off the turn. Hamilton's
3 wide off the turn, and we're wrecking again.
They're wrecking.
They're flipping is what they're doing.
And that's a caution. Wow.
Another caution. I believe the 1 is still going to have the lead. It's either the 1 or the 08 sitting there with the lead. Holy cow.
Well, we knew things were going to pick up, and it has, here we go, huh?
Everyone's
it is going to be
not giving in whatsoever.
A fight for the finish. What will people do for a race win? This is all for the win here, guys. This isn't them taking personal grudges out on each other. This is for a win.
Mm-hmm. So we got Hamilton 1, Masopes 2, Patton 3, WRX Mike 4, Cope 5, Chewy 6, Jose 7, Jacob, Luca, Bad Guy, your top 10.
The quote of the night coming in from Cowballs McTitty saying, rack 'em and wreck 'em, and we're going to do it again here. Here's our
got the
third attempt at
one,
overtime.
Sure.
Here we go. The green flag is back out here from Phoenix. The 08 and the 1 side by side here as we head down into turn number 1. Both looking for their first career Cobra win. Here comes the 08. What a drive by the 08 as he's going to drive around the 1 here. As we head down, more door banging to go here. Here they go into 3 and 4. We're going to get the white flag here, I think. Yes, we are straight. 1 lap to go here from Phoenix. It's the 08 of Masopes looking for his first career Cobra race win. If I can get to him, that would be really nice.
That's his second.
Head down the
he
back
won his
straightaway.
First career start.
They're wrecking further back here, but into 3 and 4. He went from the Cup Series down to the Xfinity Series this week, and he is going to claim his first career win in the Cobra E-Racing Xfinity Series. Masopes gets the win for Black Bear Racing.
Wow, what?
As they wreck at the line. Big wreck at the line.
Wow. Let's them 2, 3, 4 there. Yeah, Fresher Tires definitely did it on that one. You hate to see... Man, wow. A straightaway away.
And we'll have to get our top 3 in here. Sauce, do you have our top 3? What was our rundown there, our finishing order? Do you got our finishing order there?
So we got Masopes, P1, Nuka 2, Hamilton 3. Just
Patton 4.
There you go.
Brink 5th, bad guy 6th. That's as far as I got.
And we got WRX Mike 7th, Low Power Cat 8th. Cyril's dead, Chase Beatty 9th, 403 Mills 10th. So, yeah, get these guys with Soaps, Nuka, Hamilton in here. And I appreciate you guys for letting me join you guys.
Always a privilege, Sauce.
So we've got Masopes, Nuka, Hamilton, the top three, correct?
Yes.
Or is it Masopes, Hamilton, Nuka?
Soaps, Nuka, Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Soaps, Nuka, Hamilton. Got it. All right, so let's get right here into it. We're going to first start with our third place finisher, and I know what it's going to be, Hamilton. You're going to say you found another way to lose a race at your home racetrack, but you know what? It's still another top three, and I can almost guarantee you that you will have the points lead after tonight, unless somehow your teammate Patton takes it from you. But it's a third place finish. Tell me about it. Obviously, a wild finish there. Kind of felt like survive in advance. But, tell me about your night there, Hamilton.
Yeah, I had pace to run with the 7, and some people just like tasting my back bumper, I guess. So I got put in the back. Before the first yellow happened, I passed the 7 car, so I really didn't want to see that first yellow, and after that it bunched everyone up again, and I got put back to 7th, so the strat for me was just to stay out and hope for the best at the end there, and it kind of worked out, I guess, to get 4 spots. It ended up being, but it is what it is.
Well, I know it's not the finish you wanted, but you still had a pretty good points day. Tell me a little bit more about the aggressiveness tonight, because it seemed like it wasn't necessarily people having hard feelings for each other. It seemed like just insanely tough racing with each other, hard racing. To pass, it took a whole lot to pass, unless people just straight up made mistakes. Tell me a little bit about the racing as a whole tonight.
Yeah, the toughest thing, I don't even think people were doing it on purpose. It's just I run a different line than other people, so I go slow in, fast out, and run the top in 3 and 4. And other people don't do that. They throw it into 3 and they come out of 4 because it's really wide exit, and you can do that here. So, but when you got one of those guys behind me, that's when I get moved. So I'm sure no one's like, oh, there's Hamilton, I'm going to move him. They're just taking a different approach to that corner. So, I think that's what a lot of it is.
Well, nonetheless, you do score yet another podium this year. I believe it's your second, and as many races as it turns out. You were the runner-up last week. You finished third this week. Have to think we'll be seeing you in victory lane sometime soon this year. Butters, you got anything for our third-place finisher?
Just shout out, congratulations, man. Another strong run there by you tonight, and yeah, that's about it. Chase, Clay pretty much asked all the good questions on this one. So, but yeah, another strong run, buddy, and glad to see you out there having fun.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
You just heard from our third-place finisher, the one of Hamilton. We're going to move to his teammate who finished in P2, and it's a big-time rebound in this week. After a tough race at Auto Club, you finished on the podium at Daytona, but you're back on the podium again. Did you expect to finish second there, Nuka?
Yeah, I had a pretty good car. We ran a full race practice beforehand, and I was keeping pace with everyone. So I knew I had the car. I just had to get into the right position, so like the catbird seat per se. I got stuck behind some people and ended up getting into some wrecks in the latter half of that race, the second half. I was hoping for a caution, and the guys up front, like Patton, saying, no, we don't need a caution. But I'm glad we got that caution, and it kind of just propelled me up to the front. And that last restart there was crazy. And I knew everybody was going to be diving it in and getting pushed up the track, so I just painted the line, put my paintbrush out the window, painted the bottom line all around the track, and ended up bringing it home P2. Um, I feel like if we had another couple laps there, I might have been able to catch the 08 and at least make it interesting. He was pretty quick, especially in the short run. He was ridiculously fast. But yeah, P2, pretty crazy race at the end.
You kind of sitting in the same boat as Hamilton there as far as like the racing tonight, because it just seemed like it was just hard racing, super hard racing, super. I don't want to say aggressive because aggressive kind of gives off a negative connotation at times, but people were I guess throwing caution to the wind. It seemed really, it was a spectacle from our end. I'll tell you that much.
No, I mean I don't look at anything that happened tonight on a negative way. I mean I thought that it was good, hard racing all around. Even though we did have some cautions at the end, but I mean everybody's going all out, trying to make up as many positions as they can. And even up to that point, I mean the racing was really really good. The first stage, the top four, we kind of pulled out, and we're not necessarily under a blanket, but we kind of checked out from the main pack. And I was glad to see that after that stage one pit stop that everybody was able to get kind of grouped up and we were all on a big train and nobody was safe in positions. I mean, maybe, Hamilton, Masopes, and Patton were probably your top three fastest cars, and then from there out, it was a slugfest. Everybody was so even, and it made it a great race. I mean, I felt like that was one of the cleanest races we've had this season, even with the stuff at the end of it that happened. I know on your end it must have been crazy, but I was having a blast. The racetracks where the cars get super loose in the long run, that's my favorite thing. Phoenix, one of my favorite tracks, so I had a blast.
And yeah, man. So Butters, you got anything for our second place finisher of Nuka?
Yeah, congratulations, Nico, on that run. Another strong run tonight. Like you said a little bit ago, from up in the booth or at the end there, I mean, that was just product of hard racing, and I could tell you guys were going for it, and everybody was going for the victory. But that had, like you said, that had to be a blast to get a couple restarts like that with these guys battling the way they were. But yeah, you pretty much said it, and I just want to say congratulations again, and hopefully we can take a chat with you again in 2 weeks here when we come back to racing. It's always a privilege to talk to you, have a little chat with you after the races, and we'll move on.
Yeah, thank you guys.
So you just heard from our second place finisher, and now we come to our race winner tonight. And it has been a whirlwind of a week for this 08 of Masopes. He finds out earlier in the week that he's moving down from the Cup Series down to the Xfinity Series in favor of Cyogenic going up to the Cup Series. And then he's like, this kind of feels like it might be a bit of a save race. And he finds out, oh man, it's not a save race. And he's one of the top three fastest cars. He has the tires at the end. He gets the win in the end. How about Masopes is this your first career Cobra win? Or did you win in season one?
I took Las Vegas in season one.
So your second career Cobra win. Tell me about it.
Yeah, just a really hard race, man. I'll go ahead and say it first and foremost. I don't, you never can say who really deserves to win a race at the end, but I don't think I deserve that. I had the third fastest car all race. I think behind the 1 and the 7, they were both really, really fast. Patton definitely had a really, really good car all race long, and yeah, it was just a tough night, man. Brutal all race. Just working for every inch of space on the track, trying to get just enough as you can to try to catch up to the next car. And I don't know what happened with 2 to go. It hurts to win a race like that, but like when the first caution came out there at the end, we had 3 or 4 cautions in the green-white checkers. I took 4, restarted 9th, and I think everybody in front of me already made their bed. They weren't going to pit again, and that's what ended up me winning the race. I just had much fresher tires than everybody else around me. There was no real chance anybody was going to have something for me besides the 21, and I think he got shuffled back pretty bad. So, but a win's a win at the end of the day, like my teammate WRX Mike said. So good to have it.
Well, yeah. So kind of tell me about the I guess the mindset, the psyche that you have when you get told you're being demoted. First off, were you cool with it? If you feel comfortable answering that type of question, and just kind of tell me how the mindset changes when you go from the Cobra Cup Series to the Cobra Xfinity Series.
Yeah, for sure. I think much more accustomed to the Xfinity cars. I like the amount of downforce they have, and they're a lot more tighter to the track than the Cup cars are. So I think that was, a win-win for both of us. Cyogenic's a really great driver, and I just took it as another opportunity, man. I'm really thankful to be here in Cobra after a little hiatus and be back in it and be involved. It's really exciting, and just to be able to go and win a race is something of itself. So. It was what it was. At the end of the day, of course, I'm happy about it. I got a win. I'm not sure I could say that I could compete with those guys at the very front of the Cup race tonight. So I'm glad to be able to get a win in Xfinity.
Well, Butters, do you have anything for our race winner of Masopes?
Just congratulations, man. And you saying that a win's a win, like you're saying. But you know what? You made that decision. You got the fresher tires. I mean, it paid off for you. So nothing to hang your head on there, man. I mean, you made the call, and it worked out for you. And like I said, congratulations on that victory tonight, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. And I'm not gonna lose sleep over anything. It's not something to be too upset about. Just sucks for the 7 car, man. He deserved a better result tonight.
Well, there you have it. You've heard from our third place finisher of Hamilton, our second place finisher of Nuka, and our race winner of Masopes. I want to congratulate those 3 on the win. And I just want to thank the Cobra Xfinity Series drivers tonight for treating us to an absolute show. Butters, you can go ahead and close us down.
Yeah, like I said, just a shout out to all the drivers tonight here from Phoenix here for putting on a great show, and we're gonna take a little break here, guys. We'll be coming back here with Clay and me. We'll be coming back here with the Cup guys coming back in about I say 20 minutes maybe, but we'll be coming back with the Taddy 250
Yes, the
from
Taddy
Phoenix.
250.
So yeah, you guys all stay tuned. Go get yourself something to drink, take a break, hit the can, and we'll see y'all back here in a little bit for the Cup Series. So till then, we'll talk to you guys soon.